Thank you, thank you.
I believe you have heard a bit about the facility and then what we do. So, Pharmacy is a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. And what we do is that we offer support to people who are struggling with the disease of alcohol and are ready to do something about it. They want to stop. But because we know that they can't stop on their own, so the rehabilitation is to guide them in the path to recovery. So that's what we do. And normally, our rehabilitation process, it begins with a treatment because we are looking at addiction as a disease and not as a moral choice. Okay, people might look at it and think that this is a moral behavior, the person is misbehaving, that's why the person is making these choices. No. But we look at it as a disease, somebody who has a problem and needed help. So anyone who comes here goes through something we call clinical detox. The detox is a process where we eliminate from the person's system any toxic element that will be destroying the person's body. So if alcohol is the person's problem, we detox, we remove the toxicity of alcoholism in the person's system. If it is a drug, any amount of drug that has been used, we try to clean the system for the person to stay clean of the substance. Okay, so it is the stages that are involved that sometimes makes the cost a bit expensive. And then recovery everywhere is expensive. Okay, and that is why normally people need support to be able to go through recovery. In countries like US and others, maybe the government pays for it. So people may be able to walk into a facility and then they will get all these treatments, but somebody has to pay. In Ghana, we don't have that. So the few facilities that are available, either an individual is being sponsored by the family, by a group, by a church, or whatever, or an organization. If an individual doesn't get that support, it will be very difficult for you to just go ahead and say that you are helping somebody from recovery. It doesn't work anymore. So what we do here is that, for instance, the first stage of our rehabilitation is about 1,830, and this 1,830 is at the lowest. That's the lowest you can get for the first stage. That's the treatment. The first month, for the female, I think it's about 1,005. Yes, the first month, and they are supposed to be in it for how many? About 6 months. Okay, so like every month, they pay 1,005 for the 6 months that they are going to be here. Okay, so that is, and this is the cheapest. This is the subsidized, highly subsidized rate. Okay. The men pay 900 a month for the men.
Why are the females paying more?
Yes, because the female, how do you call it? Their treatment is different. You see, their condition and everything is different from the male. We used not even have the female at all. Okay, because a lot is involved. Think of a female than a male. You see, so that's the least we can offer them. Because if we really want to charge for the female, they can't afford. So that's the least. And this, come again.
What about the age?
The age, technically this was supposed to be an adult facility. Now the case we are having is a trial. We are trying to see how we can help, somebody because there's nowhere in this country where we can say that we are putting somebody like Blessing. Okay, because she's a minor. Now we are trying. Okay, it is not because we don't want to miss her with the adults. So we are trying a lot of pilot bases, okay, just to see how best we'll be able to help it. And then even as we speak now, the facility here, we are not developing the female end. It's not even complete yet. So all we have about only 5 females on the compound. They are all pilots. We are piloting to see. If it doesn't work, it means that we'll close down the female end. Okay. We are only hoping that they will set a good example and help us understand the dynamics of female, handling the female, so that we don't close. We are able to help them. So it is on a pilot base. Who knows? Maybe when we finish with maybe we may charge. We may have to charge them because it's expensive.
Considering the fact that this is a pilot project, thinking that it's a win-win for all the parties involved, because when it goes successfully, it becomes a win for you because now you're ready for the challenge. And it's a win for the young lady because she also gets the chance to get her life back on track. So I'm just saying that since it's a win-win, then we can definitely try and revisit the pricing, because like I said, I know it's the cheapest, but the truth of the matter is, like I said, we had no idea what we're getting ourselves involved in. If we are an established organization and we know that, okay, there's an allocated budget for this periodically, then that's a different conversation. Because I was telling him that the timing was a bit also unfortunate for us because we had just done a major donation. Yesterday. We finished a major donation yesterday. So looking around, nobody even gave anything. So I have to foot today's bill so that moving forward, we can explain to them. That's why I'm excited about the video, so we can show the group that, okay, this is what's going on. We can explain to them that, listen, now we really need to support this young lady.
Yes. You see, we have extended, the facility have extended some support. To Svtv. So you see, when then we have an arrangement with them. For instance, they have 2 clients here already, where the facility pays 50%. We have that 50% arrangement. You understand? Unfortunately, this was a third case, okay, which is not part of what you have, because this one is an outside. It makes it very difficult. If it had been part of the earlier ones, that account maybe would have considered, okay, because of the mutual relationship we want to build with Svtv, we could have done something. But this one, it's so maybe it will be, and then maybe going forward, maybe who knows, if we have other agencies who would like to also support, what you are doing, because we need the support to be able to help them out. Other than that, it will be difficult. You see, as a facility, we don't have support anywhere, okay, than the small ones that individuals do. And then this is a church organization. It's not in for profit. You understand? So if the bearers that's supposed to run the facility is cut down, that means that we are saying that we should close. I hope you understand. So as for the pricing, this is what is required to run. You understand? It is not a profit organization, and then we are not interested in anything that will be profitable. But the minimum that is needed for the everyday running, if we drain it down, it means that we can't run, we can't function. Okay, so we'll see. Let's see. Maybe that's why we don't take the bulk 6 months. We take it month by month. So what happens is that let's see the first month. Who knows? Maybe God, in His own wisdom, will open a way for the second, the third, and the subsequent month. Okay, we'll pray for you, and then we know you make it. You will make it. It is. I think my concern rather is the girl. Because that is the biggest challenge. You see, sometimes you want to help somebody, and the person does not even appreciate the help you are giving. We want it to work for her, so that it will serve as an example to minors who have been introduced into drug at too early stage. Okay, so that's the main reason why we are trying everything to keep it. Other than that, initially when they brought it, I didn't even want to consider it. However, I'm trying. We want to see. If it works with her, it means that we may devise something to help those in the basic schools who have been introduced to it. Her response is, you see, she's on and off. She's on and off. I mean, she had escaped twice. Yes. You see, she had escaped twice. And, well, I mean, sometimes in the early stages, you can understand. Because they go to something, the withdrawal, cold turkey, is because we try to win them from the drug, and then the medication that is supposed to calm them, we win them from the medication as well, so they can live their normal life. You see, and the process, it comes with a bit of discomfort. And it's not everybody who wants to go through that. And that is why an addict sometimes will not easily accept to come for rehabilitation. Because they know what it means when you don't get a drug. They know. But they don't know what it means to stay sober. They don't know. They've not tasted recovery before. But they know when I'm not using how I feel. So if you tell somebody you are sending the person to a rehabilitation, the next thing is that if I go there, how do I get my supply? My supply chain is going to be cut. And if I don't get a supply, this is the experience that I'm going to go through. And since I'm not ready to go through that experience, I'll run away. You see, So a facility like this is supposed to help you control that desire and then manage it for you over time. Then maybe after a week or two, you'll be fine because you have passed through the struggling stage and now you are living a normal life. So like you are seeing her now she's living her real life. This is her real life without any medication. Okay, she had gone through the struggle. Now she's facing reality. Okay, the reality is the stage she finds herself in. She will now go through, therapy, the training for her psyche up and understand that you don't need drugs before you can survive. You can live without it. And that is why she has to practice this for a period before it will sink down. Okay, now she's okay. So she's like, okay, now let's like so a time may come, she may even feel like, oh, I don't even need recovery again because I'm okay. However, the how do you call it? The psychic have not developed yet. Her understanding, the conviction that I can do without it is not there. Because still she knows what it means to use. She have an idea, she knows the feeling. The feeling is there. Even though she's not struggling with it, the experience is there. That experience needs to be broken. Then she will know how to live well without drugs.
Like the question she said, that's the only worry because when you are investing in somebody and the person doesn't even appreciate the investment that you're doing, then you tend to think that, okay, maybe I could have sent the donation somewhere else. And so that's the only concern. So how did she come back? Did you go fetch her or when she escaped, you went to fetch her?
Most of the guys know, they know, I mean, we can predict when you move here, we can predict where you are going. I mean, yes. And so tracing her is not too difficult. Because one, we know where she came from. And so the tendency that from here, this ABC, the cardinal points we can spot. Okay, so it's manageable. We can manage her. So far as she's not disrespectful, so far as she's not violent, she's manageable. Okay. It becomes another thing when she becomes disrespectful, violent, aggressive, and destructive. Then the facility cannot. Then we have to reject it. But when it is just about behavior, then exhibiting immaturity, Well, that one we can control. We can handle it. So I don't think the anxieties are too much. She can be managed, and we'll do our best to help her.
We are thankful. We are thankful that a facility like this is think of. And we also pray that things will continue to go well so that the necessary need and support that you also need from us will be able to survive. What I will add to it is, even when it shouldn't happen, but even if any payment is delayed or whatever, you just keep on going with it. We assure you that we definitely match up whenever we are in a position to do so. Because we are committed. That is why I had to show up today regardless. We are committed.
Because as a facility, our first commitment is the client. You see, I mean, if the client exhibits commitment, that this is something I want for myself, well, we are ready to help. Okay, it is only when you give us reason to doubt. I mean that you are doing this program for yourself and not doing it for any other person. Then we have a cause to doubt. But if you are committed, the client is committed, we'll help. Yeah.
Thank you. We want to say thank you very much. And, we are grateful.
Has already said everything. But what I want to add is that some of these things are bound to happen, like the client escaping and all that. Initially, there's usually some kind of ambivalence where the client is not sure what they want yet and they will need some time to settle down. So some of these things, some of these hurdles, we have a plan in place to get past them. And then, as you have said, it's the client's interest that is paramount in all what we are doing. So that is the focus and that is what we are looking at. Okay.
So quick, I'll thank you, Mr. Kojo Bento, and your team and your group for supporting Blessing. I remember when I did the interview after that, you told me that, okay, you want to support. This time people are going to do some donation, and who do you want to support? I said, oh, Blessing is there. He said, okay, you support Blessing. So now you have seen the Blessing. I would like if we can call her so that she will come, and then maybe if you have a word for her, at least she will see you, and maybe if you have something to tell her, you can also tell her. Officially, let me do this introduction. Do you see this gentleman here and this woman? Okay, so they asked us to bring you here so that they will pay your bills or whatever here, so that you go through this process, that you quit the drugs. They want to change you. That's why we brought you here. It's very expensive. I don't know whether they've told you how much they are going to pay here for the 6 months. It's very expensive. So you having the chance to be here, a lot of people want to be here. You know it when you went to the ghetto to do the story. A lot of people are crying to us that we should bring them to rehab. But they don't know how much it costs bringing them to rehab. But you are lucky a chance to be here. Promise again, how many times have you run from here? Are you going to run again?
Were you running because you don't want to? I want to know. You have no reason for running. So you just feel like running. And bless. You know I've told you. I mean, I've told you that I don't have time for people who don't like themselves. Okay. My interest for you is because you really, Father, I really want to change. Okay. Then I have that interest for you. But when you demonstrate to me that it's like you are doing it for me. No, I don't want you to be here. When you don't like it, how do you understand? But when you are interested, you know that, look, Father, I don't want this life. I really want to change and other things. Then we are working. How do you understand? So today your sponsors are here. Promise them, you understand? Promise them that you are going to do this for yourself.
I promise I'll do this for myself.
Are you saying because he said it?
Because I said
Are you sure?
No, I want to recover.
What do you want to do? What do you want for yourself?
I want to be a journalist or a custom officer.
So you know that in order to achieve that, you need to get out or stay out of drugs. Drugs is not taking you anywhere. You know that.
Yes.
You are the same age as my daughter, and
She has a 14-year-old daughter.
yes, and this is this is really scary to know that a 14-year-old is on drugs. So just go off it. And you need to go back to school. You need to study hard. And that is for your future. Okay? Okay.
Let me do introduction, blessing. This is Mr. Kojo Bento, and this is Abna. So they are a group, but I think maybe as time goes on, we'll have more of them coming. But for now, they are representing the group. And these people are paying for your stuff here. What do you have to tell them?
Thank you. May God bless you and give you long life and prosperity. I appreciate it.
It sounds like you've memorized it. Thank you. May God bless you and give you the.
You mean everything you are saying.
Yes, please. I mean it.
You mean it. Okay.
No, I mean, in life, you will never know where tomorrow is going to take you. I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe in everything that happens must happen. So there's a reason why I got connected to him, and hence we got connected to you. The same way, maybe us sitting here, it will connect you to somebody else that you don't even know, that we know that you don't know. You understand? And I believe some of our members will get to watch this video, and they will. You never know what will happen. You understand? So the world is too big for you. Listen, there's so much you can do with your life. Okay? Here, this is only a stepping stone. This is just to get you started. Once you are started, there are so many opportunities ahead. Okay? So, as Reverend said, do this for you. Not for him, not for your mother, not for your... Do this for you, yourself, and where you want to see yourself. So that you can also be in the position someday to say that I'm taking more drug addicts my age that were my age when I was into it from the streets. Make it your personal goal. And whatever you think here, you can do. If you think you can become free from this and become the powerful journalist this nation needs, you will become it. Okay? That's all I can say.
Thanks so much, Nyame. If you are watching us from House of St. Francis, on behalf of the Svtv Africa Foundation and also Blessings family, we say thank you so much, Nyame Krom, for supporting her. And I promise, like what she said, she's going to deliver. So I thank you all so much for showing interest in supporting Blessing. Father, you done?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you too for the opportunity.
This is 2,000 Ghana cedis coming from Nyame Krom to House of St. Francis to pay on behalf of Blessing.
At least this can pay for the detox and then partly the first month rehabilitation. I mean, so yeah, I think you have done some payments. The first payment, 1,000. Okay, so at least this can pay part of the first month rehabilitation. We'll work out the difference and then we'll let you know. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Samobesha and ABPO House of St. Francis. Mokai say many a young girl we your interview. I have a blessing with the 14 years. Interview ni moka say 17, but ne mama be hu say with the 14 years. Yede betu mu nim e ka bebre akoma e na bebre so ka say on be support. But I na me ka de bia say enye comment ne nko ana mo be chro no e na be boa. Nyame de fani paso na ye de boa. Nti say wo hwe bibi sa na ene wo be hwe yabe donation kakra amano sika rehab ne je no man side do so kakra so hwe na ekuwe abebu aya wo so na wo hwe ya enka chire ye monthly bia na say betua 1,005 say wo so ka wakoma kitwe bia wo de beba bia no ye de bebre House of St. Francis no mo de ahwe no na kakra ye nyina no na ye support na ye boa na ye yi na film enti ye besere mo Svtv Africa Foundation there too many say ye nua blessing out here say little guys see option na why fine time me ko hu no ghetto no mu no na mo hwe ne first video no na afro kra mai sisi ana waba wabedidi na afro wa hihye na je say we no we kire say bibipa de na ni so a obetimi efisade we sati bia we mu enti ye beda masese mo hwe de bia so Svtv Africa Monkoso ana mon support here na mo akakra bi wo ha mon frɛ me number say o screen so ye 0240 677-898 and 0244-790902. If I'm DJ, Madam, I said, be a support here, Madam, as my cram.